Hey guys, this video is for you, for me, and for us because we are celebrating 3 years of Ellie in space. It's so crazy to think that just 3 years ago, I made my first Starlink video. I was able to get monetized fairly quickly and blossom the Ellie in Space channel that you guys watch and support today. So I just kind of wanted to go back in time and take a look at the channel, including how much I've made in the lifetime of my channel. So in about 3 years of being monetized, the answer to that might surprise you, and that's coming up later in the video. But if any of you guys have Spotify, you've heard of Spotify Wrapped, which is basically a year in review where they tell you what your top song was, how many minutes that you listen to music. So I kind of want to take that approach and take a look back at my Ellie in Space channel, how many videos I've made for you guys in the past 3 years, and just the growth of the channel and kind of how it has become what it is today. So if we take a look in my channel analytics, and this is something that's just shy of that 3-year mark, but it's almost to 3 years exactly, I have over 15 million views. And keep in mind, my channel actually says it started in February of 2013, but I had a few videos on there as a personal account. They never had more than 1,000 views, that's for sure. So really, I consider 3 years ago to be when my channel started. That's when I made the first Starlink video. That's when the views started to take off. And it took about a month to get monetized. So many of you may be wondering how long that took. It didn't take that long to meet the criteria. However, it did take a while to make a decent amount of monthly revenue from YouTube. So in this selected period, I've also had over 1 million hours of watch time. That's pretty crazy. We have also had 85,000 subscribers now on the channel, which is awesome. We are getting so close to getting that 100,000 subscriber plaque and putting it behind me here in the office. Now, this is a question that I know you guys want to know the answer to. How much money have I made while being monetized on YouTube for just about 3 years? Over 3 years, I've made $72,739. So if you divide that by 3, that's averaging $24,000 a year. That was actually how much money I made during my first ever reporting job in South Dakota. So not that great. And that's why we on YouTube really like to emphasize that we have other revenue streams like Patreon, where you can go and pledge your support for $6 a month. And that really helps to support the channel at times when revenue is low or down for whatever reason. YouTube revenue can fluctuate quite greatly. And so to everyone who's on my Patreon, it really makes a difference. And I would not be able to do this full time if I didn't have your support. So if you do like the Ellie in Space channel, please consider checking out my Patreon and signing up for not that much money per month. Now, if we go back to this graph, you will see 2 major spikes in my channel's lifetime. And I bet you can guess what they were from. They're from the first Starship launch, April 20th, 2023. That had by far the highest spike that my channel has ever seen. And then the second highest spike was during the second launch, November 18th, 2023. So yeah, we need some more launches because going down to Starship launches really helps my channel and attracts new viewers. The other thing I wanted to add is many of you have already ordered this, but if you haven't already, this is a 3D printed venting Starship. It acts as a humidifier actually. But if you want to order one of these, that also supports my channel. So I will pin that link in the comments. So I want to look at the top 10 videos from the past 3 years of my channel being in existence. Number 1 is actually a boxable video. I went to the International Builder Show in Las Vegas and they debuted their 2-story design. So a lot of interest on my channel from Boxable and what they're doing with foldable houses. I also made a video about where will Tesla employees live in Austin. There's a modular housing development in Austin called New Community, and I'm working to get an update on that, by the way, but that was super popular because we know that there are so many people moving to Texas to work for all of the Elon Musk industries, whether it's Tesla, Starlink, Boring Company, and down south at SpaceX at Starbase. The third most watched piece of content was actually a short that I made when I missed a rocket launch. I was reporting live on a regular, run-of-the-mill Falcon 9 Starlink launch, and people think I planned this or this was, on purpose. It was not. As many of you know, the sound from a rocket launch is delayed, and so by the time I heard it, the rocket was almost out of sight. But I thought it was funny. Some of you guys, again, think that either I did it on purpose or, I'm stupid. You were not a fan of. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I'm blind. I think we all need to laugh at ourselves. So anyway, that was definitely a funny clip. The fourth most watched video is the Tesla solar roof video. So I happened to be in Orlando. I held a meet and greet, and actually one of the gentlemen who showed up, he said that he had a Tesla solar roof shingle in his trunk. And of course I was like, okay, well, I'm coming to your house tomorrow and filming a video because I've never seen one of these and you guys had a lot of interest in that. Of course, up next, we had the interview with Elon Musk's mom, May Musk, and brother Kimball. This was on the first Starship launch ever. So yeah, pretty historic.
More successful, but yeah, just an amazing success, and just can't be more excited for Earth.
Right. Next most watched video, the story of Scott Manley. So this was definitely me stepping outside of my comfort zone and kind of deciding to fly to Scott Manley's house by myself, and I wanted to bring you guys exclusive content that you wouldn't see anywhere else. So I haven't seen any other YouTubers do that, and many of you guys like that. The next video is the SpaceX Starlink ground station tour. Of course, I didn't go inside where past the fence where you are not allowed to trespass, but this is when I started really covering Starlink, and this was of interest to many of you. Then I had my interview with Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb. I also flew to Boston to go to his house for this interview. So that is obviously not something I can do all the time. It's expensive to fly places, to get a rental car, to get a hotel, etc. But you guys really enjoyed these videos. Number 9 is another Boxable video, and number 10 is an honest review. This was my first sort of Starlink test video, and that really 151,000 views, that kind of helped kick off the channel. So I just thought it would be fun to do a little wrap up and maybe answer some questions that you guys have. I know that, I'm not a huge channel on YouTube, but we're not a small channel either. And it's really exciting to feel like, Ellie in Space is finally hitting its stride and hopefully will continue to grow because, as you can see, revenue is not everything. In fact, if you just rely on revenue, you're probably going to struggle. So having something like Patreon, I'm starting to make some money on X, formerly known as Twitter, and then having, things like merchandise. I sold some 420 Starship shirts, the 3D printed Starship. This all adds up to help keep these lights on and keep me making content. So just a big heartfelt thank you to everyone who has watched and supported Ellie in Space. I quit my job in TV news over a year and a half ago now, and to my surprise, I haven't had to look back. I haven't had to go back to TV news, which I was convinced in my mind that after a year of doing this, I would fail miserably and I would have to resort to going back to TV news, and somehow that has not happened. So it has been just an incredible journey. I've met so many people through my channel on the internet and then meeting them in person that I would have never met had it not been for this adventure. So thank you to everyone who supports my channel. And hey, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Please do it. It's free. Don't forget to subscribe. And we are on the road to 100K.